You want to know how to break a trauma bond. Well, I'm going to tell you how to not break one. Watching a bunch of YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading books, it's all very helpful, but it's not going to make you break your trauma bond. There are steps, there are skills that you actually need. This is all part of the foundational work. Trauma bonds are an attachment, a very deep and unhealthy attachment to somebody who is straight up mean to you, but also really kind to you. So you want to sever this attachment, right? You want to light it on fire. A huge part of what really drives this attachment is hope. We're always talking about the hope, but to let go of that hope, you have to let go of their potential. You have to see them for exactly who they are. Well, why can't you see them for who they are? Because you're experiencing cognitive dissonance. Well, how do you resolve cognitive dissonance? You need to be using real lived experiences with this person where you're sort of measuring, like, what about this is true? Let's say we use an example of something like, he loves me and he cheats on me. Can those two things actually be true? The answer is no. But it feels true. No, but okay, but let's kind of take a deep breath and come back to reality here. What does this feel like? Does that feel like love? It doesn't. Now, resolving cognitive dissonance is difficult, to say the least, but it's really helpful when you're working with someone who really gets it and knows how to do this. So we're letting go of the potential, we're resolving the cognitive dissonance, and then you got to shift everything and actually start looking inward and ask yourself with curiosity, not judgment, what got you here? What are your unmet needs? What did you think you were getting out of this relationship that you actually have never got? And then you want to sort of shift once this part of the work is done and move into rebuilding yourself, loving yourself, speaking to yourself with compassion, and building a future that does not include him. When you are stuck in this relationship with this person who hurts you, you are stuck in a trauma bond, and it's not going to break itself. You need to learn some specific things. Now, I teach this in my Trauma Bond Recovery Group Coaching Program that I co-host with Dr. Peter Salerno. Dr. Salerno has over 20 years of experience helping people break free of trauma bonds, exit these pathological relationships, and he's written some amazing books that you definitely need to read. And I am a 7-time certified coach with lived experience in breaking a trauma bond. I'm the author of the Trauma Bond Recovery course and the Trauma Bond Recovery Journal. And together, he and I host this 12-week program where you're going to be with 8 to 10 women. Everybody gets it, and we're going to teach you the exact skills that you need. So sign up if you're ready for this to be your last holiday with this person. Sign up if you are ready to finally let go, even if you're a little bit still doubting it, because hello, that's what it feels like to be in a trauma bond where you're so sure that you want to leave, but also you're not that sure. But what you are sure about is that you watch a lot of my videos and you watch a lot of videos on YouTube and you feel like you have a PhD in narcissistic abuse. Let's take all of that education and turn it into action. Join the Trauma Bond Recovery Group Coaching Program.